Hello everyone. So I actually am going to be doing a retelling because I'm going to be taking this story down off of my page because I got so many comments that my audio wasn't that great and like they were having trouble hearing me. The video quality was like ruining the message of the story. So I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and re-record some of these videos that people wanted to see, and they just like didn't like the viewing experience because of my equipment at the time or my setup at the time. So hopefully this helps you guys, and if you heard it already, it's okay if you don't watch it again. So this is about the time that I sued McDonald's and I actually won. So for those of you who do not know, McDonald's is franchise. It's a franchise corporation, meaning that people can buy and own their own McDonald's stores and still sell under the McDonald's label. So I sued a franchise. I didn't sue McDonald's corporate, but the franchise still represented McDonald's corporate. I hope that made sense to you guys. So basically I worked in a McDonald's around, I'm just gonna use actual locations because like whatever. I worked in the McDonald's right across from, I believe it was South Shore High School. I don't know, some high school in Canarsie. I worked in that or Canarsie High School, who knows. I worked in that McDonald's, and I actually I worked there for about, I want to say maybe 6 to 8 months before I was injured. So we used to have this supervisor that was really annoying, and McDonald's was my first job ever. So we had this supervisor that was really annoying, and I forgot his name, but we're just gonna call him, like, because I would use it, I don't care about him, but we're just gonna call him annoying. So annoying was really all up on us to basically like do everything faster and do just normal manager stuff, but he would be so rude about everything. And like he didn't care if you were little, he'd be getting up in your face, and like we're teenagers at this point because you need to be 16 to work at McDonald's, and I was maybe 19 at the time. But like if you were 16, if you were 19, he didn't care. He's in your face, he's yelling at you, he's making people cry. He used to make our poor manager cry all the time, and she was like some 25-year-old girl or 30-year-old girl, and she was like really sweet. But he used to make her cry all the time. So he decided that he had a great idea one day, and he decided that in order to boost productivity in the morning, that he was going to take like a little cooler, it was like a little square cooler, and put it in between our registers and fill it with orange juice. So when people want orange juice, it's just like, great, boom, $1.79, here's your orange juice, have a good day, which is like great in theory. But the problem is that this cooler now juts out. This is actually the cooler that I ended up getting injured on. So it's not a cooler that was standard practice. It's not a cooler that the franchise owner was aware was placed there in the walkway where the employees are going. This is the cooler that's there. So one day we're ordering, and I had gotten into like little spats and bats with him prior. If you want to hear about any of those arguments, if you want to hear about the time where I straight up almost got into a fight behind the counter with a coworker. I was 19, guys. Don't judge me now for what I did in the past, but if you want to hear about it, comment down below because I have so many McDonald's stories. So on this day, it was like morning time, morning rush, so the cooler was there, and basically when you press the button on the register, I'm trying to set it up for you guys, but I'm holding an eyelash, but whatever. When you press the button on the register, it pops out. So but you can hear when you press the button on the register. So I was going to get something for someone, like for a customer, and I turned to walk this way, but as I turned to walk this way, the girl that was right next to me, I think her name is Ty or something like that, she's there, and I love her to death. So you're watching this, Ty, I forgot your name, but you're adorable and I love you. She pressed the button on her register, so I heard her press the button. So it's gonna come out, so she steps back to let it come out. But then like she's about to bump into me, so I kind of do a quick maneuver. But when I did the quick maneuver, I got around her, but then my knee slammed into this cooler, and I was just like, oh, to the point where like customers that are at the store reach over and like help me up, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in so much pain, I can't even put pressure on my leg. Like, it hurts, and it's never hurt that bad before, where it's my left knee and I just cannot put pressure on it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay. So I'm like, I'm limping to like the fries area, so like customers can't see me as soon as they walk in, because my register was like dead center. So I'm hopping. So the woman that was like the manager on the floor, like whatever, she comes to me, and she's like some short Mexican lady, and she's like, oh, what happened your knee, what happened your knee, what happened your knee? And I was like, I hit it. And she was like, oh no, you're fine, you're just faking it so you could go home early. And I was like, no, like I'm over here like really getting upset. I'm like, no, like I wouldn't fake my knee being hurt so I could go home early. Like, I don't have nothing to do at home. And honestly, I did love working at McDonald's, so it was like, no, why would I fake it to go home early? Like, I'm perfectly fine with not going home early. Like, what? So I'm like, no, I'm trying to make her understand, like, I'm really, really injured. Like, I'm hurt. I'm not faking an injury in order to go home. Who the hell even does that? Like, yeah, I'm gonna ice it and come back tomorrow. That's dumb. So I'm trying to say, she's like, no, yeah, whatever. I was like, no, I can sit, like, I can work drive-through. And she's like, oh, you could work drive-through? And I was like, yeah, like, if I could just sit at the screen. And I had never worked drive-through before, so I was like, if I could just like sit at the screen and like maybe ice my leg, I could still take orders via headset and like punch in. And she was like, no, you're faking. So she was telling me, I was telling Ty what to do. I was like, Ty, can you do me a favor? Do this, and can you give me ice? And she's like, no, don't get her ice. She's faking. She's lying. Don't get her this. Don't get her that. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, as long as you're clocked in, like, I can tell you what to do. So I said, yo, Ty, matter of fact, yo, my number is like 1238. Clock me out of that register. Like, I was pissed off at this point. I was like, clock me out, because she's not about to tell me what to do. I'm off the clock now. What's up? Like, I'm in pain. You're wilding me. So I call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I got hurt at McDonald's. Like, I don't know. She's yelling at me. She doesn't believe me. She's telling me I'm lying. I'm faking. My dad said, what? Hold up. Don't move anything. Don't let nobody touch you. I'll be right there. My dad was there. My dad works, I don't know if he was home or if he was at work or whatever. My dad was there in like 15 minutes or less. And my dad pulled up with the ambulance. Like, he had a whole ambulance. So now when she realized the ambulance is here, Shorty realized that it's serious. So she realized, like, it's serious and this girl is really hurt. So they come and she's like, oh, you want ice for your knee? I was like, no, my dad said not to let anybody touch me. You could back up off me. Like, because I was here in your face for damn near 45 minutes in pain. Like, and you didn't offer me ice. You actually was telling people not to offer me ice. So now you can back up off me. Like, so the ambulance workers come. They carry me out on a stretcher. Everybody's like, oh my God. Like, you know, cool. I'm getting carried out on a stretcher. While I'm getting carried out on a stretcher, she's like, wait. You know what she's doing? She's giving the ambulance workers free french fries. Why are you giving the ambulance worker free french fries? Like, what? So now my other leg is hurting because I've been on it for, like, you know, a while, trying to balance on my weight, and you know I'm not a skinny girl. So I'm in an ambulance. They're taking they're like assessing my leg. They're asking me, does it hurt, whatever. And he was like, yeah, so what's going on? Why were you standing up? Like, you couldn't at least get a chair? And I was like, no. She was telling people not to give me a chair. She was telling people not to give me ice. She was telling people to ignore me and do their job. And everybody pretty much ignored me except for Ty, which is why I say I love her. And she was like, what? And then the other ambulance worker came, and he's like, yeah, she's like giving us free food, and like, I don't know why she's giving us a large fry. Like, we're trying to do our job. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, I spoke to her and I told her, like, you know, you're seriously hurt and like, it's not cool, and that she should have took no initiative, like some more initiative, especially because you're a young girl working for their company. And I was like, yeah, definitely. So long story short, from that experience, I was actually able to work or walk without a big knee stabilizer brace that went from like mid thigh to mid calf for about, I want to say 6 to 8 months. It was really ridiculous. And I went through workers' comp in order to sue. Yeah, I did workers' comp in order to sue that McDonald's location. Yeah, and I, like, the court cases, actually, I went back to work for the McDonald's, that same McDonald's, and I was still in litigation with them. So they actually, because they couldn't fire me because I was in litigation with them, they actually transferred my site away from the Mexican lady, and they put me with this guy. And the supervisor was like a little annoying. He was over here like, oh, I'm gonna put you with such and such, he's gonna straighten you out. Such and such was Haitian. I'm Haitian, you're Spanish, and you're the man. So like such and such was like my dad. He was so sweet, he was so nice to me. He always, I'd be like, I need a schedule change because, you know, I got a tummy ache. And he'd be like, I got you, boo. I'd be like, my nephew's birthday party is now, can I leave? And he'd be like, yeah. So I'm like, who is such and such that's supposed to straighten me out? Cute. So it transferred me. I had a much better experience at the other store, which was right by King's Plaza. I forgot his name, but that was the best. If he's a little like dark Haitian manager, I love that man. So if you see him and you stop, be like, yo, Jodessy says she love you, you're the best, she's the best. If you see the other dude, spit on him for me because ew. So I go there, I'm still in litigation with McDonald's. I quit that job and I'm still I start my next job. I'm still here. I was going to court for like 2 years by the time, and like I would have to call out of work to go to court. So now I missed 6 months of working, or 8 months of working, however, pretty much, to go to court. And then you're telling me I need to go to this doctor's appointment, that doctor's appointment to assess the damage in my leg. So it comes back that I lost like a little under 10% damage in my leg, in my left leg, that will never be reused or whatever. So they basically, after 2 years, was like, you know what, we're gonna give you a like, we're gonna give an offer, the first offer. I was like, yo, and my lawyer was like, no, we shouldn't take the first offer. Sis, I'm not coming to any more of these court days. So they gave me like $2,000 or $3,000, like basically petty cash. But then they also insured my left leg for the rest of my life. I was like, you know what, sounds good, I'm gonna just take that. So that's what I ended up settling for and just calling it a day. I did not sign an NDA, so guess what? Guess who's disclosing? Me. Cute. But you know what? I know I'm not the person to hit up for legal advice. So like somebody had hit me up last time I dropped a story and was like, oh, something happened to me at Burger King, sis. I'm not the person. But if you're already handling your stuff and you just want to tell your story, you might as well just comment down below, let me know. And let me know if like there was something that you wish, like a company you wish you sued but you didn't sue. And you know, that's just it. But don't forget, if you want to hear any more story times about me and McDonald's, comment below. And I have a lot, because I actually did curse out annoying in front of my mom. So if you want to hear that story, let me know. Comments below. Thank you guys for watching. You rocking with your girl Jodessy. Bye. See you later.